Shocking news to USA and Israel. Saudi Arabia invited Iran to hold a joint military exercise, and the location is very sensitive. According to the report of Gonshar.com, Saudi Arabia invited the navies of both sides to hold a joint military exercise in Red Sea, which is the main battlefield of Houthi armed forces. They often launch missiles into the Red Sea to attack American warship. Why do both sides have to go to the Red Sea for military exercises? Let's talk about the premises of Palestine-Israel conflict. That is, the United States is ready to promote the establishment of diplomatic relations between Saudi Arabia and Israel. But what we, the people all over the world, expect was Saudi Arabia negotiated with the United States. On the surface, expressed willingness to establish diplomatic relations, but secretly, Saudi Arabia secretly reconciled with Iran now. When the news was released, it greatly surprised the West. It also completely disrupted the plan of United States with reconciliation between Saudi Arabia and Yemen. Iran was no longer restrained, supported Hamas to launch Al-Aqsa flood operation. When the action broke out, the establishment of diplomatic relations with Israel was completely disintegrated, and the strategic balance began to tilt towards Iran. Because the region is a three-legged tripod of Shiites led by Iran, Sunnis led by Saudi Arabia, and Western allies supporting Israel. When Saudi Arabia and Iran confront with each other, the Israel army has no opponent. But after the reconciliation between Saudi Arabia, the Israel army was isolated. In order to contain Iran, the United States took the initiative to win over Saudi Arabia. The Yemen war before was essentially a proxy war between Iran and Saudi Arabia. Iran fully supports Houthi armed forces, while Saudi Arabia fully supports the Yemeni government forces. When the Yemeni government forces retreated, Saudi Arabia personally went down, but in the end, the two sides ended in a tie. But it was shame for Saudi Arabia at that time, because at the time the Houthi armed forces were poorly equipped, a sleeper army, while Saudi Arabia was fully armed. They failed to defeat a Houthi blockade and lost a large amount of weapons and equipment. Logistically and logically speaking, Saudi Arabia should hate Iran for being at a disadvantage, but they are no eternal friends or eternal enemies, only eternal interests. In order to beautify Saudi Arabia, change its position, choose to move closer to Iran. At this time, Saudi Arabia and Iranian Navy had a joint military exercise at the doorstep of Houthi. This change shows that the situation in Middle East was completely changed. Israel is isolated by regional powers, and the hegemony of United States is slowly disappearing. The de-beautification is becoming a consensus among the powers in the Middle East, and even Egypt has begun to purchase the fighter jets from China. The future is for the entire Middle East. It's not that Israel is isolated, but Americans have almost eaten up all the benefits. In the Gulf War, the Americas' invincible, unstoppable performance may not be replicated even by themselves in the future. So, what do you want to say about this? see. Please give us the comments below. Thank you.
After watching this video, don't forget to give it thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell icon to get notified whenever we post new content. Your support means a lot and helps our team create more videos like this. Thanks for watching.